following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And so the Houston Astros winning streak is over. The St. Louis Cardinals, who are not a good team at all, stop it with a walk-off win. We start in the second inning. Jerry Morales with an RBI ground ball to take a 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. Keith Hernandez didn't even play today. He was hurt. In the sixth, Enos Cabell had a single. His hitting streak is now at 14. In the seventh, the Cardinals made it 2-0. As Ken Reed's RBI single scored Roger Freed. But the Astros came back to tie it in the ninth. Terry Poole with a single. He's got a 10-game hitting streak. Enos Cabell, a 2-run shot to tie the game at 2. But Ken Reitz singled home Ted Simmons in the bottom of the ninth to give Bob Forsch his 6th win of the year. The Cardinals win 3-2, and now they're happy in Los Angeles, and maybe now St. Louis can get something going. As Retro Sports Network presents 1978 replay. Today, from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, it is the St. Louis Cardinals hosting the front-running Houston Astros. Joaquin Andujar versus John Denny. So, good afternoon. My name is Ron Jeckett. Welcome to the show for I think it's a Tuesday. It's the 31st of March at noon time, and I forgot to change the stadium to the artificial surface. Oh well, you get a grass field, and it probably would have felt better for these players on a hot, sticky 87-degree Sunday afternoon, the wind kind of blowing out to left. The Astros are kind of a couple years early in the good column. They always played well at the Astrodome. That team was built on pitching, speed, and defense. Did not have any power. But as their winning streak crescended at hit 13, good road trip to Wrigley Field, and trying to feast on the bottom feeder Cardinals gives the Astros a shot. They're a game and a half back of the Los Angeles Dodgers heading into Sunday. The Cardinals, this has not been a good year. This is game 61 from them. They are 22-38 and well out of contention. They are in last place in the National League East. But we wanted to make sure that we got Houston on one more time while they were hot. John Denny, who's pitched well, he's got an ERA of about 3.13, is looking for his 5th win. So the Cardinals are probably better than the way they're playing, and the Astros are still riding high after their first loss in 13 games. So let's get to it. It's time for baseball right here on Retro Sports Network. And as I said, I got the wrong field. It's Busch. Kurt Berglund, good morning. Good morning, Lorenzo. DC, how are you? Good afternoon. Robbie, in the yeller today. And Mark, how are you doing? There's got to be a way to get Ron to blackball any game involving these cheaters. Nope. In 1978, the players who were involved in that crisis weren't even born yet. And the Astros had the best way to cheat. They played in a dome that favored pitching without any wind in a big, fat field. So John Denny is 4-7 with an ERA of 3.13. That's an area code someplace, I'm sure. He is making his 14th start of the year. He is a ground ball pitcher, and a fastball it tops out at 86. You are yellow today for me. And Tribe fan, how are you? His last time out, Denny beat the Cincinnati Reds. He went the distance on June 6, 5 days ago. 9 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3 and struck out 5, so he is over the century mark in innings at 103.2. 93 hits, 45 runs, 36 earned. He has walked 25 and struck out 56. That might be that you're always red on your own machine. Kurt Berglund is showing up to me for red. Lorenzo, orange. DC, green. Michigan man, a brighter orange, and Tribe fan to me is blue. So you might always be red on your own end. So here's a lineup that he'll face. It's Terry Poole will lead off in left field. Enos Cabell, also working on a long hitting streak, is at third. He'll bat second. Oh, you're green. Okay. No, you're orange to me. Y'all look like a bunch of fruity pebbles. Cesar Cedeno is in center field. He'll bat third. Jose Cruz cleans up in right. Now you're kind of a dark orange on this end. Who knows? I don't know what you guys are. Bob Watson will play first and bat fifth. Art Howe is at second. He'll go sixth. Reggie Baldwin is the catcher. He'll bat seventh. Jimmy Sexton at short will bat eighth. And Joaquin Andujar, who would become a Cardinal hero, will bat ninth. Defensively for St. Louis, Lou Brock is in left. He's a 3-3. Uh-oh, Tribe fan. No, it's Todd B. George Hendrick is in center field. He's a 5-6. Jerry Morales is a 6-7. In right field, Kenny Reitz is an 8 at third. Gary Templeton an 8 at short. Mike Tyson, no, not that one, is a 7 at second. Keith Hernandez back from his one-day injury, a 10 at first. And Ted Simmons is a 6 and a 5 behind the plate. Terry Poole at 363, a homer and 14 RBI. Denny's ready, and so are we. Hernandez and Reitz come in. Denny starts the ball game with a ground ball base hit to the right side. So Poole is on. And that puts his hitting streak at 11. Just like that. Enos Cabell is hitting 14 straight. He's hitting .315. 3 triples, 4 homers, and 22 RBI. That's right. It's the shelter in place. We got 2 more weeks of it here. Becoming a bit more eccentric and are uber sensitive to any minor aggravation. My favorite color is blue as well. I don't assign that stuff. It's just automatic in Twitch. Pitch to Cabell. There goes Poole. Hit and run was on. Hernandez grabs it, takes it to the bag himself, and that will be an out. But Poole goes to second. 1 out for Cesar Cedeno. Hitting .234, 5 homers, and 26 RBIs. Kind of like Pokemon. You got to catch all the colors. Denny deals, and Cedeno flies this one to Hendrick in center. Reads a book, makes the catch. Poole will go to third. And there's 2 out for Jose Cruz. Hitting .356. 2 homers and 34 RBI. Yep, the Astros played a fun style of baseball. They did not have to bang on garbage cans. They just produced runs. Pitch to Cruz is a ground ball to Reitz. Over to first, and that will retire the side. So no runs, a hit. The Astros leave 1 on. Half an inning down, no score. So Joaquin Andujar, looks like he swallowed the bong water there. Lorenzo turns down the hearing aids as compliments for the Astros are being there. Oh, he's going to go blow up a ship is what he's going to do. Andujar 4-4 with a save and an ERA of 3.39. This is his 12th start in 14th games. I know. You're upset we said something happy about the Astros, and now someone in LoSec is going to pay for that happiness. April 30th now for Ohio for social distancing, which probably means they'll extend my telework. Yay! You get to be home and play games all day. Andujar last pitched on June 6th. He went 5 innings against the Cubs, 10 hits, 4 runs all earned. He walked 7 and struck out 2, and a no decision. 69 innings for Joaquin, 56 hits, just a 1 homer allowed. 32 runs, 26 of them earned. He's walked 32 and struck out 43. Fastball pitcher keeps it on the ground, and that fastball tops out at 90. Tribe fans in the office full time. I'll explain that in a moment, YouTube. Against the Cardinals on the second, Andujar and Houston allowed no hit over 6 2/3, walked 1 and struck out 2 in a no decision. So there you have it. Lorenzo says, I even created an alt, and Eve named it Astro Lover Ron. He will be paying a heavy price. Oh, I look forward to that. For the next 29 years, Fayetteville will be home for the Advanced A team for the Astros. Anyway, here is a lineup for St. Louis. Lou Brock leads it off in left field. Gary Templeton will bat second and play short. George Hendrick, boy, I wish Todd B was here, will hit third and play center field. Ted Simmons cleans up for the Cardinals behind the plate. Keith Hernandez at first will bat fifth. Jerry Morales is in right field. He'll bat sixth. Kenny Reitz at third will bat seventh. Mike Tyson at second will go eighth. And John Denny, who threw 10 pitches in his half of the first inning, will bat ninth. Defensively for Houston, Terry Poole is 7 and a 6 in left. Cesar Cedeno an 8 and a 5 in right. Jose Cruz is a 7 and a 7 in right. Cedeno's in center, by the way. Enos Cabell is a 6 at third. Jimmy Sexton is a 4 at short. Art Howe is a 6 at second. Bob Watson is a 7 at first. And Reggie Baldwin has that ramen noodle arm. He's a 3 and a 1 behind the plate. Andahar is 7, not a great fielder. I don't go into the things where Lorenzo goes. How you doing, Captain Carl? Bobby in the house. Brock at 245, a home run, which is one more than he had in real life, and 8 RBI. Gonna swing away, and there's a ground ball right back to Andahar. Throw to Watson for the out. So 87 degrees, the wind blowing out to left at 4. Just a gentle zephyr, and these would be the games. Gary Templeton, by the way, at 251. No homers, 6 triples already. And 18 RBI. These would be the games if they were on NBC, on the old Game of the Week, that they would pack the cameras in dry ice. Now, why would they do that? Pitch to Templeton. Ground ball, base hit, right side. Templeton going for 2. As that got down, he's going for 3. Cruz in the corner, throws to third, and Templeton's in with a triple. So that brings up George Hendrick. Since the trade from San Diego, he's hitting .264 with 2 homers and 11 RBI. I don't think Lorenzo even owns a copy of Fortnite. I don't. As Tribe Fan says, turf is hotter than the seat of a Cleveland Browns head coach. And all that radiating heat would fry the RCA cameras that NBC would bring around. And so they had to pack them in dry ice so that the tubes wouldn't blow. Pitch to Hendrick. Ground ball. Howe is going to boot the ball. The run will score. And Hendrick's on with an error. So it got under Howe's glove. Kind of like a sticky wicket play. And there's 1 out for Ted Simmons. Hitting .294, 9 homers, and 33 RBI. Hendrick is going to try to steal. Someone want to contact Buckeye Todd B, and make sure he doesn't get all flutter over this? There he goes. Baldwin will throw, and it's safe. And so for George Hendrick, that's his first steal as a member of the Cardinals. And an 0-1 count. How you doing, Mr. Mike? So Simmons has an 0-1 count. Cardinals up 1-0 here in the first. Pitch to Simmons is into center field. Hendrick will round third and hold. Kenny Boyer gets credit as manager, and so there's runners on the corners. Oh, nice. So Hendrick on third, Simmons on first for Keith Hernandez at 254, 4 homers, and 16 RBI. 1 out and a hard deals. Ground ball up the middle. Howe to Sexton for 1. Over to Watson. I think they turned it. Hendrick will score if they don't. Hernandez looks, he's retired, and that will get the side. The Cardinals get a run on 2 hits and leave 1. After 1-0 St. Louis. So John Denny will face Bob Watson, Art Howe, and Reggie Baldwin. Watson at 307, 5 homers and 35 RBI. Denny, ground ball to first. Hernandez underhands it to John, and there's one away. Art Howe is hitting 302 with 5 homers and 25 RBI. Pitch from Denny, and there's a ground ball to Templeton over to first for the second out. So Denny looking like his 1983 Cy Young form. Reggie Baldwin is 8 for 31. That's 258. DJ John got an ad for Xfinity. Good morning. Baldwin is a homer and 6 RBI. Cardinals scratched out 1. I thought I had that fixed, Mike, but apparently not when I switched computers. So I didn't realize it, and I wasn't going to go back to stream and started. And the Cardinals are terrible. They're not going to be featured a lot. Lorenzo apologizes. His team was relegated. I'm on the way to the gulag, and my best Eve ship was blown up. Ooh, that's never fun. Pitch to Baldwin is a ground ball. Templeton has it by the bag over to Hernandez for the out. So that will retire the side. Houston goes down in order. Bottom of the second coming up. Morales, Reeds, and Tyson for St. Louis. Yeah, not like St. Louis is going to get featured an awful lot here. I think when we had them before, I had it, but it was on the old computer. And even though you can switch the data folders separate in Action PC, the ballpark folders are not, and so on a fresh install, it reverts back to everything. So Morales at 300, 4 homers and 23 RBI. Pitch to Ant from Andujar. Morales, ground ball to Cabell, over to Watson for the out. And you can understand why a Dodger fan like Lorenzo is kind of salty with the Astros. 1980 comes to mind. Kenny Reitz is at 205 with 5 homers and 30 RBI. Andujar's pitch, and there's a fly ball to left. Poole has it for the out, 2 away. I'll bring up Mike Tyson, and as you can see, that's not Mike Tyson. No, I've not updated it. Robbie. Tyson at 211, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Andujar deals, and Tyson strikes out. A 1-2, late called strike 3, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, St. Louis 1, Houston nothing. So the winning streak is over. Houston is a game and a half behind the Dodgers, who've now won 4 straight. And don't look now, here come the Reds. They've taken 2 out of 3 from Pittsburgh. San Francisco has shown some signs of life. They've won 4 straight. In the East, the Pirates now are kind of free-falling. Philadelphia is within a game and a half. Montreal can't get any ground. They've lost 3 straight. And you see the Cardinals are 22-38 and 14 games out of first place. They are 9-21 on the road. The Angels have cut the Royals' lead to half a game. Minnesota is within 5. And in the East, the Yankees have lost 2 straight, opening up the door for Baltimore to be within a game and a half. The Red Sox out in Seattle are loving life there. They've won 3 straight, and they're 4 back behind the Yankees. And the Brewers are playing 500 ball, but only 4.5. So all 4 races have plenty of contestants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 teams are within 5 games or in first. So if we're going to be stuck until July without any real baseball, here's a place to be. We got something cooking for you almost every night. Lots of potential drama. And you know what? The Yankees and Red Sox have yet to play. And Toronto, well, they've kind of fallen apart. They're only 9 back. Yep. Lots of drama in those standings. Jimmy Sexton is at 197, a homer and 8 RBI. Denny starts the third with a strikeout. He got him on a 1-2 on the outside corner. And that'll bring up Joaquin Andahar, hitting 143 with 6 strikeouts. You're welcome. How about that? Pitch from Denny is into left. Brock in the corner, and he'll make the catch. 2 out. So Denny threw 9 batters, 36 pitches. 2 2/3 innings, a hit, and a strikeout. Poole singled his first time up. 7 teams in the American League, Robbie, and 6 in the National League. And because there were no extra playoff spots, I think it made those top teams very competitive. Because the only way they got in was to win the division. I like the wild card. I think it's done wonders, and I think the second wild card has made a team stay in the race longer, so there's not as much tanking. But I think divisional play was a step above just the leagues. However, you got years like 64 where everybody was involved in both leagues. The Great American League race in 67. The National League had 56. There's some good stuff there. Pitch to Poole is a base hit into center field. Hendrick will pick it up, and Terry goes 2 for 2. Cabell is 0 for 1. Throw to first, and Poole is back. Something to like pretty much about every era of baseball. 2 out, Denny's pitch. There's a line drive to right, and that is foul. And somebody from East St. Louis across the river made that catch. And it's 0-2. Cabell on a 14-game hitting streak. Here's the offering from Denny, and that's into left. Brock will turn, and watch it go. So Cabell has homered, and the Astros go up 2-1. So that's his 5th of the year. And his hitting streak is at 15. Pulled it out. Well, hard to be an MVP on a team that loses. Just ask Bruce Hurst. Cedeno is 0 for 1. So Denny tries to gather himself, wipes his brow, 88 degrees. And Cedeno drops a bunt foul. Simmons got it, but he let it roll, and the count is 0-2. Denny into left. Brock will come in this time, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. After 2.5, Houston 2, St. Louis 1. So that'll bring up John Denny, Brock, and Templeton to follow. John's hitting 200. 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 RBI. Pitch to John is a ground ball to short. Sexton over to first. And Denny's retired. Lou Brock is 0 for 1. So through the first 9, Andahar, 31 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits and a strikeout. Pitch to Brock. Ground ball to Sexton. Over to Watson for the out. So 2 quick out for Templeton, who tripled and scored the lone Cardinal run. 2-1 Houston, 2 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. Andahar from the line. Popped up left side, Cabell into foul territory, and makes the catch to retire the side. The Cardinals go down in order after 3. Houston 2, St. Louis 1. So if you're wondering about the ballpark effects, this park plays big. As in Nicki Minaj and Dolly Parton big. Left-handers have a 2% advantage in batting average. Right-handers -1. But if you're thinking home run, forget it, brother. -42% for both sides. And of course, what you're seeing here is the last iteration of Busch Stadium. The ballpark was a bit bigger when the football Cardinals were here, and of course they played on an artificial surface. Jose Cruz is 0 for 1. Pitch from Denny, ball 4. Yes, see, big. When you're minus 42 in home run percentage, that's big. So Cruz is on with a walk. First one from Denny. Here's Watson. He's 0 for 1. You see, the key to good play-by-play, Lorenzo, is to paint a good mental picture, paint a good word picture. And I've done just that. Watson. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Little screaming looper past Tyson, and the Astros have runners on first and second. Nobody out for Art Howe. You have that backwards. You have that backwards. Who knows you're relegated? Well, you have it backwards. Art Howe is 0 for 1. Nobody out, top the 4th. Denny's pitch gets away from Simmons, and everybody moves up 90. On the wild pitch, that was low and inside. Howe skipped out of the way. And now the count is a ball and a strike. And with the Astros threatening here with 2 in scoring position. Pitch to Howe. Struck him out. Denny got back on track and got him on the inside corner with a fastball. 1 away. That's big. That's the second one from Denny. And that'll bring up Reggie Baldwin, who is 0 for 1. So this moderate crowd here in St. Louis is happy about that. Denny delivers. Ground ball to Reitz. They'll take the sure out at first. Cruz will score. Watson moves to third, and Baldwin is retired. And they'll take 3-1 just to get that second out. They'll bring up Jimmy Sexton, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The other one by John Denny. Sexton, Andujar, and Poole. Nope. Look at the right side. Hendrick, Simmons, and Hernandez. Due up for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 4th. Denny's pitch. And there's a line drive right to Templeton, who leapt and made a fantastic catch. He was past the line where the outfield grass would be, or the turf, and robbed him of a hit. And all he can do, Sexton did, was just kind of turn and tip his cap to his fellow shortstop. A run on a hit, no errors. 3.5 down, 3-1 Houston. So they'll bring up Hendrick. Hendrick only had 1 steal with the Cardinals in real life. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. He's got 12 since the trade from San Diego. Andujar kicks and deals. Ball 4. So full count. Andujar not a happy camper on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Now bring up Simmons. Ted singled his first time up. And they will hit and run. There goes Hendrick. Ground ball to Watson. He gets it on the short stuff. Tags Simmons for the out. And Hendrick moves to second. So 1 away for Hernandez, who grounded into a double play his first time up. We've gotten muggier now. 91 degrees here. Okay, Robbie. And the wind is blowing out to left center at 2 miles an hour. So it's still. Kind of like Robbie's joke there. It was just still. And sticky. Like the chicken wings I had for lunch. Pitch to Hernandez. Here's a line drive right field. Watson should have made the play. Hernandez is into second standing on the double, and it's 3-2. So Watson made the late jump, and Hernandez got his double, and it's 3-2 now. Houston here in the bottom of the 4th. Jerry Morales is 0 for 1. Yep, the train will leave at 2-2. Pow! Zip! Bang! Pitch to Morales. Boom! Into shallow center field. Whap in the glove of Cedeno. Cedeno actually dives and makes a sliding catch. How about that? He wishes it was grass. There he tore his uniform on the hard artificial surface. 2 out, and Hernandez has to stay at second. Brings up Reitz. Zowie is right. Holy web gem, Batman. Even Commissioner Gordon would have liked that one. Pitch to Kenny is a ground ball to third. Cabell, he got a late jump on it, and Kenny's going to beat it out. I don't know if that ball had any English on it or not. That should have just came right to him on the turf. But Reitz beats it out for a single. Hernandez is on third. 2 out for Tyson, who struck out his first time up. There goes Reitz. Baldwin's throw goes to second, and Reitz has it stolen. Yep, Cedeno will get that nasty raspberry with that rug burn he got on that one for sure. So Hernandez and Reitz are in scoring position for Tyson with 2 out and an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. Watson gets him out of the inning. So the Cardinals will strand 2. They get a run on 2 hits and no errors. After 4, Houston 3, St. Louis 2. So here's Joaquin Andujar. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Denny. Struck him out. That's 3 for John. Andujar swung on and missed a 77-mile-an-hour changeup. And there's 1 away. So through 18 batters, Denny has thrown 67 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits. The home run to Cabell, 3 runs all earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 3. Poole is 2 for 2. He singled twice. Pitch from Denny. Ground ball. Tyson by the bag. Over to Hernandez for the out. 2 away. Houston has stranded 2. The Cardinals have left 3 on. Cabell, now with a 15-game hitting streak. 1 for 2. His 5th home run of the year. And Denny got him. He got him on a 0-2 fastball, swinging and missing, and that will retire the side. Halfway home, no runs, no hits, no errors. Houston 3, St. Louis 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yeah, Joaquin was a bit of a hothead for sure. Here's how he got here. George Hendrick on a ground ball to make it 1-0 with the error. Then Cabell with a 2-run shot in the third made it 2-1 Houston. Reggie Baldwin on a fielder's choice made it 3-1. And then the bottom of the 4th, Hernandez doubled home Hendrick to make it 3-2. Wing stop and no vaping. That sounds like the name of a rock band. Andujar, 4 innings, 4 hits allowed. You'll get the line in a second. Denny, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned. Has walked 1, struck out 4, and has only thrown 71 pitches through 5. So Denny's 0 for 1. Instinct smartwatches in the Navy. Full speed ahead, Robbie. Pitch to Denny. Struck him out. Andujar got him looking on an 0-2 fastball at 90. The fighting Andujar is indeed, usually with himself. So through 18 batters, Joaquin at 63 pitches, 4 1/3 innings. 4 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Lou Brock is 0 for 2. Brock into center. Cedeno, 2 out. For Templeton, tripled, 1 for 2. He's got one of the first Cardinal run in the first inning. And yep, the Fighting Andujars would make a good band name. Ground ball to third. Cabell comes in. Long throw to first. Watson, does he stay on the bag? Yes, he does, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Cards go in order after 5. It's Houston 3, St. Louis 2. Cedeno is 0 for 2. And Scufflin only hitting .232. Denny deals into right. Morales is there. 1 away. Brings up Jose Cruz. Jose has walked and scored. He's 0 for 1. Astros got 2 in the third, a Singleton in the fourth. And the Cardinals have single runs in the first and the fourth. Pitch to Cruz, ball 4. So Jose is on. Denny just out there mopping his brow at 92 degrees. It is warm in St. Louis on this 11th day of June, 1978. Watson's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. There goes Cruz. Hit and run is on, and then it's fouled in the left field. I don't remember any of the suburban names around St. Louis, so it's someone from St. Louis who made the catch. 0-1 the count. Popped up, left side. Templeton should have it. He does, 2 away. Here's Howe. Art 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch from Denny. Ground ball to Templeton. He'll take the easy one at second, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Houston leaves a runner on. After 5.5, it is the Astros 3, the Cardinals 2. George Hendrick has walked and is 0 for 1. He scored and stole a base. Pitch from Andujar is a liner right to Sexton. 1 away. Brings up Ted Simmons, who was 1 for 2 with a single. Hernandez on deck, and Morales should anybody reach. Simmons into left. Pull, out of play. So the count goes to 2-2. To Ted. Andujar not minding the hot weather. Here's the pitch. Liner right to Cabell for the second out. Brings up Hernandez. Keith has a double. He's 1 for 2. He drove in 1 of the 2 Cardinal runs. Andujar cruising right along here. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Here's the announcer's jinx. Ground ball right side. That's a base hit, and Keith is now 2 for 3. Brings up Morales, who is 0 for 2. Hernandez is going to go. Baldwin throws it into Howe, and Hernandez is out. They threw him out. They went to the well one too many times. He had like a 76% chance of stealing the base, but 76 doesn't equal 100. No runs, a hit, and no errors. We've played 6. It's Houston 3, St. Louis 2. Reggie Baldwin is 0 for 2. He drove in 1 of the Astro runs. Sexton and Andujar due up here in the top of the 7th. Oh, bless your heart. Clayton, Brentwood, University City, Jimmy O'Fallon. I did East St. Louis already. Cahokia. That's perfect. Thanks for playing along. Pitch to Baldwin. Ground ball to Hernandez. Takes it to the bag for the out. You lived there for 6 years. Okay. Can't say we're going to have too many more games from Busch Stadium here. Cardinals 22-38 over their first 60 and 14.5 behind the first place Pirates. Sexton is 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Pitch to Sexton. He drops one down. Hernandez will come in, and there will not be a throw. So Jimmy got himself a bunt single. Yeah, Jack Buck. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. So Sexton, a huge threat to steal. Throw to first, Sexton back. Andahar to square. And Hernandez and Reitz played for the bunt. Runner goes, throw down to Templeton, not in time. So Sexton steals his 7th of the year. And now Hernandez and Reitz wait for the inevitable bunt. Pitch from Denny. He actually struck out. He pulled back and swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's 5 for Denny. 2 out, top the 7th. Through 27 batters, 91 pitches for John, 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, the home run to Cabell. He's walked 2 and struck out 5. All 3 runs are earned. Pula singled twice. Right back to Denny over to first. And that will retire the side. Stretch time, 3-2 Houston. Yeah, one of those cases when you know you got to carry, potentially a game every day where... Did I not hit the button? Yeah, I did now. If I had the Budweiser song, yeah, and he would understand. Here comes the king, here comes the beer number 1. What you say, bud? Da 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 ba 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 bum da 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 da. Da 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 da. When you say Budweiser, you say it all. Bum 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 bum. Imagine having to clean up after those horses on a hot day like this on the warning track. That's a job that even Mike Rowe wouldn't want. Morales is 0 for 2. Andahar starts the bottom of the 7th with a ground ball over to first for the out. Don't, that's true. You don't hear old Budweiser jingles on Fortnite streams. Lorenzo's feeding me my lines. Those Cardinals on the center field sign, and just you can kind of see it there. Certainly that was after the Rams moved to the Dome. Would fly around and make a whole big thing. No, Ron can't sing. He does anyway, but he can't. Kenny Reitz is 1 for 2. He singled and stole a base. Pitch to Andahar. From Andahar, got him. 1-2 on the inside corner at 91, and that's the 3rd for Joaquin. 2 out for Tyson, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Andahar from the line. A little number down to Watson, who will underhand it to Joaquin, and that will retire the side. Cardinals go quietly in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's Houston 3, St. Louis 2. So they'll have to make a decision here, I think, with Denny. He's at 96 pitches. It's a 1-run game. He'll get the 8th, but he's due to lead off the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Cabell, Cedeno, and Cruz here in the top of the inning. Cabell extended his hitting streak to 15 with his home run. A 2-run shot in the 3rd that gave the Astros a 2-1 lead. Pitch to Enos is a ground ball to Hernandez. Over to Denny for the out. All this talk about Denny's making me hungry. Here's Cedeno. Cesar is 0 for 3. And Denny's at 100 pitches on the number. Little bunt right to Denny. Covers to Tyson for the out. 2 away. And that'll bring up Jose Cruz, who's 0 for 1. He has walked twice and scored once. I'd imagine, since it's an easy inning, and it's the leadoff guy, that I keep Denny in. Andahar, by the way, at 97 pitches. Denny still has 29 to go. Pitch to Cruz. Struck him out. How about that? So Joe Ferguson coming in to catch for Reggie Baldwin. Cruz swung on and missed a fastball. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still Houston 3, St. Louis 2. And Tribe Fan hit it right on the head. I'm in the office. I must have timed it just right to make a phone call while Ron was singing. And that, my friend, is the right answer. And that'll do it for Andahar. Joe Sambito is coming in to pitch. Let me tell you about Joe Sambito. This is his 25th appearance. He is 6-3 with 5 saves and an ERA of 3.06. His last outing was Friday night against these Cardinals. He went 2 innings, allowed a hit, and struck out 2. So in 32 and a third innings, he's allowed 29 hits, 17 runs, 11 earned, 4 dingers. He has walked 12 and struck out 34. He beat these Cardinals on the 3rd of June, despite giving up 2 runs. What about those of us who were captive audiences? Well, you know. We'll offer ear protection for tomorrow. Sambito, by the way, throws it hard. 98 on the fastball, and he's a fly ball pitcher. See, what you can do, Lorenzo, is you just make an MP3 of my greatest hits. And so when you blow up another one of those ships, you just offer me singing the Budweiser jingle along with some money to say you're sorry. John Denny will stay in the ball game, and he'll ground this one to Howe over to Watson for the first out. No. Dave can sing, and Dave can play the guitar. Here's Lou Brock. He's 0 for 3. And we're going to pinch hit for Brock. We're going to bring in Jerry Mumphrey at 264. No homers and 5 RBI. DJ John is listening to me through headphones. Did I make sure that you get the left and right balance right, John? Headphones are one of those earbud things in your Apple device that doesn't have it. Lorenzo's listening on his Spark Gap headphones. Pitch from Sambito. Mumphrey ground ball to Howe behind the bag over to first. 2 out. Brings up Gary Templeton. 1 for 3. He tripled in the first and scored. One of the 2 Cardinal runs. 5 hits aside, 3 runs, 5 hits in error for Houston. They've left 4 on. St. Louis, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and they've stranded 3. Pitch to Templeton. That's into left field for a base hit. Sexton and Cabell couldn't get there, and the Cardinals had the tying run on and 2 out for George Hendrick. George has had himself a day. He stole a base. He's 0 for 2 and a walk. Drove in a run and scored himself. Pitched it, throw to first. Templeton back. 93 degrees. Oh, John's got good hearing. Every time I take a swallow of my beverage, I hear it. That's good. That's amazing because that's actually behind my microphone. Oh, Clinton Parks, I recognize who you are now. Sambito was a beast. ERA of nothing in 2 innings. 1 hit, 1 run. Yep. Sambito could throw hard. The first letter of everybody's thing is always cut off on my monitor. Pitch to Hendrick. Line drive right to Howe, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, and no errors. The Cardinals leave their 4th runner on. We go to the 9th. John Denny going for the complete game, but he trails 3-2. So Watson, Howe, and Ferguson. Bob is 1 for 3. And I'm missing a left fielder. Clinton listening on the headphones, be excellent. And if not, I have the Turtle Gamer ones. Jerry Mumphrey stays in the ballgame and left. He's a 2 with the 6 arm. Pitch to Watson is a ground ball to short. Templeton over to Hernandez for the first out. Brings up Art Howe, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Denny has pitched well, but he's on the wrong side of a 3-2 score. Pitch to Howe. Struck him out. That's 7. Howe swung on and missed an off-speed pitch right in the glove of Teddy Simmons. And that'll bring up Joe Ferguson, who will go back to Los Angeles, hitting .250, 9 homers for Houston, and 26 RBI. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Into left. Mumphrey makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's Houston 3, St. Louis 2. So Simmons, Hernandez, and Morales to face Zambito. Simmons 1 for 3 with a single. Tying run at the plate for everybody here now. Zambito deals. Simmons into left. Back goes Poole, and that'll be off the wall. So Simmons is on with a double, and Keith Hernandez is now the winning run at the plate. Keith is 2 for 3. He's not going to bunt here. He's got a double and drove in the Cardinal run in the 4th. Zambito and Ferguson trying to get on the same page. They changed some signs. The pitch struck him out. He got him on a 2-2 fastball at 97. So Hernandez checked his swing, but it was in there at the knees, and Keith looking at ID Jester going, come on, man, you're on my team. Here's Morales. He's 0 for 3. So again, the tying run is Simmons, and Morales the winning run. Kenny Reitz on deck. Pitch to Jerry. Ground ball to short. Sexton over to Watson. And there's 2 away. Don't forget the post-game show after. We'll play the rest of the Sunday in baseball. So the last chance saloon on this Tuesday afternoon is Kenny Reitz. He has singled, stolen his 3rd base of the year. It's 2 above his real-life number. And struck out. 1 for 3. Reitz can homer. He has 4 game winners on the year. Pitch to Sam from Zambito, and we're going to play some more baseball. That's down in left center field, and Simmons will tie the ball game. So the Cardinals get to Zambito. That's a blown save, and it's 3-3 with 2 outs in the 9th. For Mike Tyson, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch to Tyson. Struck him out, so we're going to get some free baseball for you. He swung on and missed a changeup. We go to the top of the 10th, a run on 2 hits and no errors. After 9, it's 3-3. And Denny, this will be his last inning. He leads off in the bottom of the 10th. So Sexton will draw more Hernandez and Reitz in for a bunt. Sexton 1 for 3. He stole a base and struck out and bunted for a single. And it won't matter because Denny Walling's going to pinch hit. So they'll guard the lines. Walling at .216. A homer and 3 RBIs. We start the 10th. Pitch from Denny. Ground ball to third. Reitz over to first for the out. So 1 away and a pinch hitter, I'm sure, coming for Zambito. But Joe did have 6 real-life at-bats. He went 1 for 6. But Dave Bergman at the plate. He's hitting .217, 5 for 23 on the year with 6 strikeouts. Denny. Got him. 2 for 12 as a pinch hitter, and Denny got him on the inside part of the plate. That's 8 for John. 2 out for Poole, who's 2 for 4. He has singled twice and scored. 3-3 the score. A pinch hitter, Mumphrey and Tettleton, due up for St. Louis in the top or the bottom of the 10th. Pitch from Denny. Pull. Laces that one into right. Morales won't get there. And that's the 6th hit off of Denny, and the go-ahead run is on. As my neck cracks, I bet that you heard that one with the headphones. Cabell, he hit a 2-run shot in the second and is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Denny and Simmons converge. From the stretch, Cabell, ground ball is short. Templeton flips to Tyson, and that will retire the side. The Astros strand a man, no runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Oscar Zamora coming in. 3-3, Houston and St. Louis. This is Oscar Zamora's 10th appearance of the year. He is 2-1 with a save and an ERA of 4.26. He pitched yesterday against these Cardinals and took the loss. An inning and a third, 2 hits, a run, it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. So in 12 2/3 innings, he's allowed 14 hits, a home run. You hear the sirens behind me. 6 runs all earned. He walked 6 and struck out 7. So Steve Swisher, the backup catcher, will pinch hit. Hitting .238. In real life, .278, a homer, and 10 RBI. Zamora hoping to do better tonight than he did yesterday. Pitch to Swisher. Ground ball to Roger Metzger, and that played him. So Metzger came in as a defensive replacement at short, and he is a 6. But he booted it, and the winning run is on, and nobody out for Mumphrey. Infield will guard the lines. Cabell at third, Watson at first, hugging the line. Mumphrey is 0 for 1. Zamora's pitch struck him out. He swung on and missed an 89-mile-an-hour fastball on an 0-2 pitch, and there's one away. For Gary Templeton, he did triple in the second, or his first time up, scored a run. He's 2 for 4, got a single to go with it. Pitch from Zamora. Struck him out. Full count, and he got him. So Zamora battling along today, and that'll bring up George Hendrick. 0 for 3. He's got a stolen base, a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. And if he should reach, Ted Simmons is on deck. Pitch to Hendrick is a little liner in front of Pull. Swisher will go to third. And so Hendrick pushes the winning run 90 feet away, and that'll bring up Ted Simmons, who is 2 for 4. Single, double, and a run scored. 3-3, bottom of the 10th. Zamora. It's now 95 degrees here in St. Louis, and there isn't a breath of wind. And on that turf, you could fry eggs right now. Pitch from to Simmons is a line drive and caught by Cabell. And the band plays on. No runs, a hit, and 1 error. St. Louis strands 2. We go to the 11th, 3-3. Mark Littell. And they will double switch here because Swisher is the lone catcher. And so you want to make sure you have one in the game. Littell is 2-4 with 3 saves and an ERA of 1.91. And he can throw a while. He made 2 starts. This is his 24th appearance. 22 in relief. Last time out was Friday against these Astros. Retired the lone man he faced, and on the second, he allowed a hit. Didn't get anybody out. So overall, 37 2/3 innings, 23 hits, 1 home run, 9 runs in total, 8 earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 52, and Littell can wing it. He throws it at 98 and is a fly ball pitcher. He'll face Cedeno, Cruz, and Watson here in the top of the 11th. Cedeno is 0 for 4. Struck him out. 1-2, check swing. It was in there at the knees, and there's one away. Brings up Cruz, who's walked twice. He's 0 for 2. Struck out once and scored once. His 31st of the year. Littell delivers. Into right, Morales, 2 out. And that'll bring up Bob Watson, who's 1 for 4. Watson has a single. Pitch from Littell. And there's a line drive on the gap in left center. Watson will go for 2. The throw to Tyson from Humphrey is not in time. So he hesitated for that half a second. He saw Humphrey trying to fish it off. I think Humphrey burned his hand on the turf. 2 out for Howe, who is 0 for 4. He struck out twice. Ferguson on deck. Pitch from Littell into center field. Hendrick going back and makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning. It's still 3-3. I'm sticking to the sheet. It gets warm in here. So Hernandez, Morales, and Reitz. Keith is 2 for 4. He is singled and doubled. Drove in the tying run in the 9th and struck out. Zamora delivers into left. Pull. 1 out. Looked good off the bat, but the no wind just killed that one immediately. Jerry Morales is 0 for 4. Zamora the righty. Into left center. Cedeno. 2 out. Kenny Reitz is 2 for 4. Has singled twice. Driven in a run. Stole a base and struck out. Zamora from the wind. And there's a little looper that's going to go into center field. Reitz is digging for 2. He's got it. So the winning run is in scoring position for Mike Tyson. Can he punch it home? He is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. So this crowd is on its feet. Pitch from Zamora. Tyson pops it up. Metzger makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Free baseball continues. No runs, a hit. St. Louis strands 1. No errors. After 11, still 3-3. So Ferguson, Metzger, and Zamora. Ferguson was retired his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Littell from the line. Got him. 100 miles an hour on that fastball, and he swung right through it. That's 2 for Mark. And that brings up Metzger, who's at 197. He must go to San Francisco at some point with 8 RBI. Littell delivers. Metzger, ground ball to Templeton. Over to first, 2 out. So Littell making it look easy. And I'm sure that Houston will pinch hit for Zamora here, although he is 0 for 2. Wilbur Howard hitting 125, 2 for 16 with a homer and 5 RBI. Littell from the wind, and there's a nice one into left center field. Hendrick got a late jump, and Howard's on with a double. He's in standing. Hendrick started late. That rolled all the way to where the gap sign is. And there's 2 outs and Terry Poole, who is 3 for 5. He has singled thrice, which for St. Louis isn't very nice. And scored once. Pitch from Littell. Popped up center field. Hendrick going back. Makes the catch to retire the side. So we played 11 and a half innings. We go to the bottom of the 12th. It's still 3-3. Rick Williams coming in. Rick making his season debut. He would start one game. He would throw 17 in real life. 1-2 with a 4.67 ERA. He is a ground ball plus pitcher, and he's a fastball pitcher at 86. He can go a while. He can go 80 pitches. They did not make a double switch. Steve Swisher is 0 for 1. He reached, I believe, on the air by Metzger. Pitch from Williams is a ground ball to Roger. Over to first. 1 out. Jerry Mumphrey is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Lorenzo, if I haven't put you to sleep, I ran out of stuff to drink a while ago, and I could use some. Just send me some over, please. Pitch to Mumphrey. Right up the middle, past a diving Howe, and the winning run is on first for Templeton. So the Cardinals have their 11th hit. Gary 2 for 5. He is singled, tripled, scored a run, and struck out. Rick Williams delivers. Ground ball. What a stop by Howe. Metzger for 1. Templeton's fast, and he beats it out. Fighting for thin, watery soup in my gulag. You eat the brown bread. Brown bread, good for you. Goes great in thin, watery, water-based soup. George Hendrick is 1 for 4. He is singled, drove in a run, and stole a base. If we go to the 13th, Cabell, Cedeno, and Cruz. Littell is on deck, and that will give me a hard option here. So it's a prison, Robbie. It's a political prison. Pitch to Hendrick. Won't matter, popped up. Metzger, infield fly, says I've got it, and we've played 12. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 13th. I didn't realize this was a doubleheader. It's Houston 3, St. Louis 3. So Littell probably would have been done after this inning anyway. He will lead off, or his spot leads off the bottom of the 13th. Cabell, Cedeno, and Cruz to face Mark, who struck out 2 through 2. Cabell is 1 for 5. His home run put the Astros up early on. And there's a ground ball to Tyson, throw to first, 1 away. Cedeno has had a bad day. He's 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Houston has 8 hits, the Cardinals 11. Pitch from Littell. Popped up, left side. Templeton and Reitz converged. Kenny's there. 2 out. Solzhenitsyn's book. He spent some time in Vermont, by the way. The Gulag Archipelago. And no, you can't play that in Words with Friends. Jose Cruz is 0 for 3. He has walked twice and struck out and scored. Yep. Clinton has it right. Gulag, as I said, is Soviet prisons in the 60s and 70s, usually Siberia. Had a famous writer living in Vermont. And, yep, up in the Northeast Kingdom, if I remember correctly. Cruz, by the way, is still sitting on a 6-game hitting streak. We've given him multiple chances to extend it. It's up to him to do so. Pitch from Littell. Ball 4. And Clinton also recommends read an American in the Gulag. So Cruz on first. 2 out for Watson, who was 2 for 5. He is singled and doubled. Throw to first. Cruz is back. Littell goes home. Runner goes, and Watson strikes out. A breaking ball at 91 called, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 13th inning. It's Houston 3, St. Louis 3. And Littell's day is done. And Mike Phillips will bat. Mike, a lefty, at 240. No homers. And an RBI. Yes. And that's the type of thing I'd expect to read from you, Tribe fan. The last Muppets movie, when the Muppets were in prison, were in a gulag. And Tina Fey was indeed the prison guard. And, yep. The galaxy is a mystery wrapped up in an enigma and a conundrum, for sure. Pitch to Phillips. Ground ball to third. Cabell has time to autograph it. Throws to Watson, and no, he didn't, because Phillips was just making a beeline down the line, and the Cardinals had the winning run on. That looked like, when he hit it, that they had all the time in the world to get him, but Phillips, doing his best Chariots of Fire routine, has the 12th Cardinal hit. And that'll bring up Keith Hernandez. He's singled and doubled. He's 2 for 5. He is struck out and driven in a run. Williams' pitch into right. Cruz, and somebody from Ferguson made that play. So the count is a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. And Hernandez puts that one in the gap. He's going for 2. He's got it. The winning run is 90 feet away for Jerry Morales. And there is nobody out, and I can't imagine that Morales isn't going to get walked to face Reitz. Infield is playing in. The outfield is playing in. And Morales will swing. Ground ball to Metzger. They throw to first. Phillips will hold, and there's 1 out. Do I dare? Infield playing in. And Reitz is 3 for 5. Really? Do you do a squeeze play here? The computer says the batting average is 247. Not here. Okay. Pitch to Reitz. Line drive right to Howe. Oh, baby. Here comes Tyson. He's 0 for 5. He struck out twice. Pitch to Mike with first base open. Ground ball. Metzger in. Long throw to first. And Tyson is retired. And so here we go again. No runs. The Cardinals have runners on second and third and can't get anybody home. We go to the 14th, 3-3. Right switch. John Urea. A name as sophomoric as you want it to be. Making his 16th appearance, he's made 8 starts. He is 5-1 with a 2.87 ERA. He last pitched to 7th against the Braves, 2/3 of an inning, a hit and a strikeout. In 59 2/3 innings, he's allowed 49 hits, 19 runs, all earned. He's allowed 2 homers, he's walked 25 and struck out 36. Ground ball pitcher, and the fastball tops out at about 90. Art Howe is 0 for 5. He has struck out twice. Thanks for hanging in on this bonus stream coverage, 14 innings deep. Pitch to Urea. Ground ball to Templeton, over to first for the out. Joe Ferguson is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He thought he would be a quick game for him. That won't do. Metzger on deck in the pitcher spot if anybody should reach. Urea deals, and there's a ground ball to Reitz, over to first, 2 out. Brings up Metzger, who's 0 for 1. Urea looking to get the side in order. Ground ball to short. Templeton in the hole, over to first, and that will retire the side. So, nothing to cross. We go to the bottom of the 14th. It's 3-3. Swisher, Mumphrey, and Templeton. Ugh. Yep, time for the infamous 14th inning stretch. So last time I had a 14th inning stretch, I got copyrighted by YouTube. Pitch to Swisher. Line drive right to Metzger. 1 away. So Jerry Mumphrey's 1 for 3. He is singled and struck out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Watson. Underhands it to Williams, and there's 2 out. for Gary Templeton, who can, by the way, hit a home run. He hit 2 in the real year. 2 for 6. He has singled, tripled, and struck out. Pitch from Williams is a ground ball to short, deep in the hole. Throw to first for the out, because I asked the speaker to play it, and that music is subject to copyright. And so the band plays on. We go to the 15th. Uncle Ron's hot. It's Houston and St. Louis still tied at 3. So I'm assuming we're going to get a pinch hitter for Rick Williams. Julio Gonzalez at 200. No homers and 4 RBI. Urea going to go his second inning here. He is due up second in the bottom of the 15th. Pitch to Gonzalez is a ground ball to Templeton. Over to first for the out. 1 away for Terry Poole. This is Poole's 7th time at the plate. In fact, we played so long it's starting to cool off. It's now just a very breezy 93. He's 3 for 6. Line drive foul, third base side. University City, there's some young lady. Made that catch. Terry Poole has an 0-2 count. Ground ball to short. Templeton to Hernandez, and there's 2 out. Enos Cabell is 1 for 6. That 2-run homer he hit was last week. Pitch from Urea. Cabell again to Templeton. Over to first, but I think Enos beat it out. He did. Templeton's throw was bad, and it pulled Hernandez off the bag. And so the go-ahead run is on with 2 out for Cedeno, who was 0 for the series. He's 0 for 6 today with a strikeout. Urea thought he had his 6th out. Gonna have to wait a moment to get it. Pitch. Ground ball to third. Reach to Tyson, and they'll take the sure out at second. We go to the bottom of the 15th inning. Ron's going to have to stop and take a whiz in a second here because the wife's got to go to work. It is Houston 3, St. Louis 3, and Kenny Forsch takes the hill. Kenny has 8 saves. This is his 19th appearance. No wins or losses. He went 2 days ago against the Cardinals through a clean inning. In 23 1/3 innings, he's allowed 33 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned, 1 homer. He has walked 7 and struck out 1. He has 3 saves against the Cardinals this year. Allowed 5 runs and 3 earned. Hendrick, 1 for 5. He's got a single and an RBI. Pitch from Forsch. Ground ball, Metzger. Over to Watson. 1 out. We're going to work a running path in between home plate and short in this one. And Urea's going to bat. That Cardinal pen is rather thin, and Urea's going to face Cruz, Watson, and Howe. He might as well. Pitch from Forsch. Ground ball to Howe. At least he made some contact. Throw to first for the second out. So 2 out for Hernandez. Keith is 3 for 6. He is doubled twice with a strikeout and an RBI. Forsch from the wine, and a ground ball to a diving Metzger behind the bag over to first. And we're playing the 16th inning. Wow, no runs, no hits, and no errors. After 15, it's still 3-3. So Cruz, Watson, and Howe to face Urea, who's gone a clean 2, except for that error. Cruz is 0 for 3. He has walked 3 times, scored a run, and struck out. Urea deals up the middle, and that's past a diving Tyson. So that's the first hit. Here comes Bob Watson. He's 2 for 6. Single, double, and a strikeout. No, I did a game once, a World Series preview that went 20 innings. But this is right up there. Throw to first. Cruz is back. Runner goes. Swisher throws down to Tyson, and Cruz is out. They pitched out, and they got him. One away. Bob Watson now has a 1-0 count. Pitch. Line drive right to Tyson, who makes a leaping catch for the out. 2 away for Howe, who's 0 for 6. He has struck out twice. We took a fine time to turn the clock back to 1968 for this one, huh? Morales, Reitz, and Tyson to bat in the bottom of the 16th. Pitch to Howe. Into right. Morales will make the catch to retire the side. Houston gets a hit and a caught stealing. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 16th, 3-3. So Morales, Reitz, and Tyson. Jerry is 0 for 6. Forsch delivers. Up the middle and off the glove of Forsch. And Morales is on with an error. So Forsch boots it. And that's the third Houston error. 3 runs, 9 hits. And 3 errors. It left 9 on through 16 innings. The Cardinals have 3 runs, 13 hits, and an error, and they've left 11 on. Reitz is 3 for 6. That's true, but they have been showcased for the last hour and 22 minutes. Well, they are 14 and a half games out of first place. Pitch. No, throw to first. Morales is back. And now we're going to try to shake it up. Hit and run is on. The pitch to Reitz. Ground ball to short. Metzger goes to Howe for 1. And Watson for... No, they don't turn it. But wow. So on the hit and run, Morales is erased on the ground ball to Metzger. Oh, yeah. Now bring up Tyson. 0 for 6 and 2 strikeouts. See, we've done the Cardinals twice this year, and it's an amalgamation of their appearances. Tyson has struck out twice. He's 0 for 6. Reitz on first, 1 out. Swisher on deck. Pitch to Mike is a line drive to Cabell. Frozen rope. And Cabell will snag it for the second out. Ferguson, Metzger, and we'll see. Thank you, Lorenzo. If we go to the 17th, Reitz, the magic word amalgamation. Pitch to Swisher. Line drive right to Cabell, and he makes another diving stop. And so the band plays on. Big clue. I owe you an email, buddy. Thanks for following along. You are now... 74. Someone must have unfollowed again. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So Joe Ferguson will face John Urea going in his 4th inning. When's the last time I had a pitcher walk 10 and win a game? Probably the last time I pitched Joe Cowley. So Urea going for his 4th inning here, and he would bat 4th if in the bottom of the 17th. Pitch from to Ferguson is a liner to center. Hendrick dives and makes the catch. 1 away for Metzger, who's 0 for 2. Lemanzik for Toronto in an ugly game, and there was a lot of ugly games for Toronto back then. Pitch to Roger. Ground ball to Templeton, and he'll hold it. Metzger has decent speed, I guess, but kind of a nubber off the bat, and the Astros, for the 18th time in extra innings, had the go-ahead run at the plate, or on the mat at first. Kenny Forsch is 1 for 2. Let's see what the computer decides to do here. Now I'm going to try to keep plugging. I want this one done The wife hasn't opened the door yet, saying she's got to go. And Jesus Alou will pinch hit. Jesus, one of my favorite cards from that year. I think it was the first time I actually saw the word Jesus printed on a card. And was told it wasn't a swear word. 368 and 2 RBI. Pitch from Urea. Gets away from Switcher, and Metzger moves up 90 on the wild pitch. So Alou is a 2-0 count and a 1 out. And the go-ahead run in scoring position. Urea deals. Ground ball to Hernandez. That eats him up. It gets away. He booted it, and now there's runners in the corners. That's the second Cardinal error. And so Metzger on third, Alou on first. They'll play back. They're playing for two. Terry Poole. Choices. That's cool. Choi. Makes sense. So Metzger on third, Alou on first. Poole, 3 for 7. Fly ball to right. Morales will dive and can't get it. Metzger scores. Poole's got extra bases. Alou goes into third. Hernandez never bobbled a weak grounder to first in his life. Obviously, he's in cahoots with Oscar the Grouch's garbage can. So it's 4-3 in the top of the 17th, 1 out for Cabell. They'll walk Cabell. They'll load the bases. JT Dutch, you're late. You're so late, you're early. Oh, that is 75. Okay. So a 4 to any base. 1 out for Cedeno, who is 0 for 7 with a strikeout. Urea deals. No longer 0 for 7. 1 run is in. Poole will score. Mumphrey got a late jump, and it's 6-3. And when it rains in St. Louis, it pours. And so Buddy Schultz will come in. Buddy 1-5 with a save on the year, an ERA of 4. A Chewy, okay. 4.96. This is his 24th appearance. He throws a fastball at 95. His last time out was against the Braves on June 7th. 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, and 4 strikeouts. He lost to the Astros on June 2nd. Giving up an unearned run. Still 1 out. Lefty versus lefty. Cruz has walked 3 times. He's 1 for 4. Runners on second and third, right in front of a diving Morales. And Cabell will score. And it's 7-3, Houston. Bob Watson is 2 for 7. Has singled, doubled, and struck out. Houston will go 14 over 500, as Big Clue says. Pitch to Watson. There's a liner in the right center field. Cedeno scores. Cruz will round third and score. Watson's going for 3, and the dam is burst. It's 9-3. The Astros huffed and they puffed, and they had to wait to the 17th inning to knock the barn door down. Here's Art Howe. He's 0 for 7 with 2 strikeouts. Runner on third is Watson. Lorenzo is stealing signs again, of course. Pitch from Schultz. Ground ball to Tyson. They'll try for the runner at home. They tag safe. So it's 10-3 for Joe Ferguson, who's 0 for 4. Pitch to Ferguson. Howe not very fast. Reitz. Tyson for 1. Over to Hernandez, but the damage is already done. Joe Niekro is in for the save. Or for the pitch. 7 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. And the tired announcer, 16 and a half in the books. If this game ties again, we're finishing it tomorrow, 10-3 Houston. Mumphrey is 1 for 4. Negro is making his 13th appearance of the year. He's 5-2 with 2 saves. Yeah, no save with a 7-run lead and a 3.93 ERA. He last pitched a relief inning on the 6th. Against the Cubs, he allowed a hit. 66 innings, 60 hits, 29 runs, all earned, 8 homers. He's walked 21 and struck out 37. And this inning is like a Cleveland Spiders game. He's a knuckler, and when he does throw the fastball, it tops out at 83. Jerry Mumphrey is 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a single. And he grounds out one to Cabell, who makes a bad play on it, and the Cardinals start with a single. So Templeton is 2 for 7. He's tripled and singled. The Spiders went 20 and 134. Verdon, I think, had to banish. She'll go back in the rotation later. Cardinals have 14 hits. So does Houston. Templeton. There's the 15th hit. That gets past Poole in the gap. Mumphrey will score, and Templeton's on with a triple. And so 10-4, good buddy. The Cardinals aren't done yet. And that'll bring up George Hendrick. 1 for 6. The 17th inning is taking about a half hour. Pitch to Hendrick. In the left center field, Templeton will go back and tag. Cedeno makes the catch, the throw home. Not in time. So 1 out, and it's 10-5. But there's nobody on for Buddy Schultz and righty. And that'll bring up Jim Dwyer, who is hitting 200 with an RBI. Hernandez and Morales in the hole. Struck him out, and now again we're down to the last out. That's how we got here. 10 runs, 14 hits, and 3 errors. Terry Poole is our digital dice player of the game. He went 4 for 8 with an RBI. Cardinals, 5 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. They strand 12. Houston is stranded 9. Tomorrow's summary will be at the start of tomorrow's game. Or the rest of Sunday's summary, because I really do have to go as soon as we're done. Pitch to Hernandez. Ground ball to Watson. And we're not done yet. Hit off the heel of his glove, and the band goes on for Jerry Morales, who is 0 for 7. So in the bottom of the 17th, just one batter at a time. Pitch from Negro. Morales into right. Back goes Cruz, and we're done. Houston 10, St. Louis 5. Poole, our MVP. Ken Forsch gets the win. 2 innings. That's it. John Urea takes the loss. He goes to 5-2. Poor guy, he just ran out of real estate. We'll wrap everything up tomorrow at noon. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Watch us live on Twitch, next few days on YouTube. Oh my goodness, what a game. 10-5 Houston. We'll see you tomorrow.